My name is Wendy Hein. I'm a senior lecturer in marketing, co-chair of the marketing subject group within Birkbeck, and I'm also program director of the MSc Marketing here at Birkbeck. And within that role, I teach consumer behaviour and I teach public relations, and I also research in the wider field of gender, marketing and consumption. Within Birkbeck, I'm also co-chair of the Athena Swan working group within our department, the Department of Management. And this allows me to bring in my research and my teaching, and also my general sort of career perspective as an academic and a senior lecturer, and also my own personal experiences and my home life into that role and into discussions around gender equity and women's advances and women's career advances. So my specific interest lies within gender equity, gender justice, rights, feminisms, and often the role of men and masculinities in advancing gender equity. And of course, then all of this and how it links to marketing and consumer research. And as part of this, I often get together with a team of researchers, often across the globe. And we have researched gender justice in the context of irresponsible tourism, gender issues in sexual reproductive healthcare markets in sub-Saharan Africa, and care markets more generally, advertising and gender representation in mass media, and also the Me Too movement and how it links to marketing trends. And of course, I'm also interested in how gender and feminism is taught in marketing and consumer research. And within that role, I'm also interested in institutions and how they are incorporating gender and diversity, equity and inclusion in their particular structures. And within that aspect, we have a recent project that looks at gender inclusion and DEI, often DEI as a buzzword within business schools. So there will be some research that is coming out about that in a little bit. So this is a longitudinal project I'm working on right now with another group of researchers. But in terms of teaching, gender and how it fits to marketing and consumption, I am part of the United Nations Principles of Responsible Management Education Group, and I am the co-chair of marketing as a subject discipline. So I'm interested in how gender is taught in marketing as a discipline and what kind of material people use to teach gender. And that is where the link often comes to sustainability, because we often teach sustainability, but gender is inextricably linked to sustainability. And often that is forgotten and is neglected. And when people in marketing teach gender, it's often a sort of segmentation tool and doesn't go beyond that. And it does not see gender issues as a problem at all. But there are vast problems that arise when we market to women, men, as women and men, and generally into diverse populations. And really these days everybody is diverse in some way. So it's important to keep these debates on the table, and it's important to keep them in the curriculum, because it's precisely this that attracts also students from diverse backgrounds. This is exactly what we want to learn about. And then of course how that links to sustainability is that gender equity is facilitating sustainability. What that means is that there is no sustainability without other issues of equity, including gender equity, that are being addressed. And we're struggling often to keep that link on the table and also to maintain that evidence. So me and my co-researchers have been involved in chairing and changing practices of how women, gender and diverse groups are being represented in advertising and mass media generally. And we've been part of working groups and of various different initiatives that are rising from media industries, particularly one of my colleagues in the US is part of various different committees and based on our work has made vast strides, which is really great to see. And generally we've changed how these diverse groups are being marketed to. So which is, again, it's great to see this. We're also changed what kind of products are involved in various different contexts. For example, in developing countries, in this research around sexual reproductive healthcare markets, the practices, but also the companies that are being involved, how and what kind of products, what kind of services they're offering is impacted by our research. And of course, my role as the co-chair of marketing as a subject discipline for the UN PRME initiative. I've been part of roundtables and of groups at the global conference, and we've been writing books together and various different publications around how gender needs to become part and firmly part and changed in how it is taught in the marketing curriculum. And within those contexts, we have fundamentally impacted sustainability. And it's often tricky to keep sustainability on the table in management education, but then keeping gender and sustainability on the table is even more difficult. So we are often the ones who are struggling that little bit more, because sustainability these days is widely accepted as requiring attention, but gender within sustainability really is not addressed yet, and hopefully that's changing. I often get encouraged when I see all the work that organisations are doing, that people are doing, activists are doing, and all the initiatives that are being presented on International Women's Day. It's really great to see this, and it gives me a really big boost when International Women's Day comes up. And we're also being asked to present our work. But then after International Women's Day, this often fades, and we do not see the same sort of attention that this work is getting and should be getting, not just on International Women's Day. And in the same way, sort of as Mother's Day, we're mothers not just on Mother's Day, and we should be celebrated, we should be getting attention for this particular work every day, not just on International Women's Day. And that needs to change. It's important that this work receives the same kind of attention that sustainability work is getting right now. And it is slowly changing, but it will take time. And it's important that we understand the links between sustainability more and research this further and present this work further, not just on International Women's Day.